Oh, it's another windy day in upstate New York. Welcome everybody to the Geek Tech Show. And in today's video, we are going to be doing the top 10 things that nobody ever told me about the RAV4. And if you're going to be thinking about getting one, make sure to start watching. And if you do like this video, make sure you subscribe to it. A few things that nobody ever told me about this vehicle is the following. One thing is that this silver thing right here for the XLE trim, it is one of the things I don't really like about. And if you don't like it yourself, you can just go ahead and buy the special guards for this that are black, and that's not going to be such a big deal. Overall, it just stands out just a little bit here. Another thing is the hybrid. If you're getting the hybrid version, this trim has it really written all over the place, and you can get the blackout badges instead, so you don't have this that is just sticking out. One of the coolest things on the back, you can see both of the sides have double instead of single. That is just cool, by the way. As we're opening up the vehicle, this is very important. Let's do it again. All you have to do is put your finger right here, press on it just once, and put a little power to lift it up. If you don't have the lift up version, just press right here once and move it up. There we go. Now, in the back compartment, you can see over here the following. Lots of space for you to post all your cool gear right here. And I wanted to show you this so you can see how much extra space we have here with even some gear that is included. This one, pretty easy for you to use. Move it in and move it right out, just like that, and it just stands right here. This is a good vehicle, but compared to other vehicles such as Subaru, the space over here is not as well organized. If you go ahead and lift this thing up, you will see what you have inside, but specifically I really like the bottom over here. You can actually switch it around, and it does have not a full size but a donut spare tire. You can see over here we have all of it in blue. Now if you want to switch what you see right here, all you have to do is to go right there and we can switch it around. So let's close the vehicle up. To start the vehicle, it's pretty easy for you to do. You just press this button right here and you press on the brake and it turns it on.
Out there that are invaluable, and I'm thankful that I've been able.
Now, one thing you'll be seeing here as I turn this vehicle on, you see the following, which says the caution sign over here. It's annoying, but not as annoying as Subaru. It goes away a lot faster, which is the good part. Now, the vehicle is actually on, and I wanted to actually show you this because it is very interesting that this vehicle, right now I turn off the heating system. Right now it is actually purely running on the battery itself, and because of that I can't hear nothing, but the vehicle is on. I can start driving right now. Zero sound coming in from the engine. That's just unbelievable. Now if you want to go ahead and move those modes right here, there is a few things you can do here. One, you go right there. I'm going to be pressing on this button right here, and you can move this around. You can see right there it actually changed, and then when you press on this button right here, we are going to be moving the mods around, and you can switch some of them over here. You can also see your text messages if you have some, or some other messages over here too. Actually that's not text, just important messages for you. So right now we have distance to empty 311, so that's actually pretty good. Right now we are sitting on 14 miles a gallon average. Oh, this is not good for a hybrid vehicle. I just want to show you that in winter this thing is not really economic. If you want to make sure you're always running on the eco mode and saving energy, make sure you turn this on, because if you're running on the sport mode, the trail mode, or the normal mode, you're not going to be getting all those good things that's going to come with the eco mode. So make sure you go ahead and turn it on. Use the AV mode right here, and also use the eco mode right here as well, so the heating system goes on eco too. Over here there is another thing inside. When you go into the menu itself, you can actually change this setting. Look how nice reddish it is. All you have to do is to press on setup. As you press on setup, you're going to be moving this around, just right here, moving it down. Press on vehicle, and then press on vehicle customization, and here you can change other things here too. So let's go convenience services. We can change that around. We can change light setting, lots of other options. Climate setting, which is AC mode. Deluxe setting, lots of other options here too. Let's go back to the menu, and you definitely want to know how you set this one up right here. Over here we can go back down, and we're going to be pressing on right there where it says customize home screen right here. And here we can actually change the entire layout of this screen. Press on change layout, and you can change the layout in a different way, and you can change what's in the layout as well. Right now I want this to be in the layout, and press over here. And now we can also have the projection setting, and we also have the theme setting. Let's press on theme setting, and here we go. We actually have the different modes that we can put this on. I like the red version, it just looks cool. And there's other ones too here. There was the audio setting too, and we can go to the radio, and we can change the smart favorites here too. Lots of cool features here. Now if you have Apple CarPlay, you can go ahead and press on map and use it up, but I don't have the navigation here installed from the Toyota website. Instead, this is just the better choice for you to use the Apple CarPlay for the map feature here. So this is the one for the general one over here, and yes, it does come with Siri XM right there. Go to the source, go to SXM,
You like it, don't you? You don't mind flying
and
home.
we have all kinds of station list over here for us to choose from. Now another thing I do suggest for you to do is to get a memory stick, post it all the way inside here, and you can actually go ahead and use your own tunes over here too. One of the most interesting and yet annoying feature of this vehicle is the control right here. This is more sophisticated than it has to be, and yet it is very confusing. So it is dual climate control. One is for the driver, one is for this passenger. What makes it more confusing is how you turn everything on and off and everything else over here. So just going through this, it's not actually doing anything. And now I turn it on. What you have to do first is to turn the fan through the different directions here. Next you have to select the one you actually want. So I want this specific one, I press on it. So it seems like in some ways simple enough, and yet the only thing that's really confusing is the fan speed, because there is no actual fan speed that you can actually turn on to get it on. You have to look to the side here and to press on here to get it on. But one thing that is super confusing, well, is the air condition button. It's actually right there. So instead of being right here as an AC, you have to press over here to turn on the AC. Now it is actually on. Now what is actually very confusing is why is this on the passenger side instead of being somewhere in here as a button option. So your passenger, if there's somebody who you actually don't actually like too much, he can actually, or you have kids, they can just press on the AC button anytime they actually want to and turn it on and off. And this actually becomes super annoying here. Also, when you're driving, you can't pay attention to the speed of this thing. So if you're just putting your hand trying to figure out how to turn this a little bit off or on, this is when it starts to get super annoying. And you can't actually do it like here. So this just gives it the temperature to be put up and down, and yet to put it higher and lower, the controls are just right there. This is something I wish they had some way of a knob to be able to do this. So it's more sophisticated than it has to be. I like that there is actually physical buttons for you to choose from, and yet I think just the locations and places for them is just something that makes it more annoying and more inconvenient than it really has to be. Next cool hack is this. If you have a thumb drive or you want to buy one, you can put all your songs and load them up over here. So instead of having a CD and putting it in, since this doesn't have a CD player, you can put all your songs, rip them, and post them right into a thumb drive. Then we're going to be sticking it all the way in here. I'm going to make this sound. It says checking USB device right there. And now we have to select the source. Or if this doesn't show up, this menu, just press on audio and then press on the USB drive's name. This one is actually named the Terminator. And it starts playing right there. And if you don't like this song, go to the song list and just scroll through it and press on it and turn the volume up. How cool is that? On the inside, because this is a hybrid, you can see the bluish or blue all around. Now at nighttime you probably want to change this around. So over here what you can do is just to move it up and down, and what it's going to do is going to make this either more bright or less bright for you. So that's another cool feature that I bet you didn't know about. And all the extra features that are available in your trim are going to be featured right here, such as over here where I have intermediate windshield. I also have fog lights, and I also have heated wheel, which is included in the weather package, which I really recommend for you to get. The weather package itself also comes right here with blind side mirrors too. You can see it right there, the blind side mirrors over here, which is going to show you when a vehicle is very next to you. Another thing is, if you want to make sure that the actual mirrors are going to be working, especially when it's snowing and cold outside, make sure you press on the front over here button right there. Another cool thing is that this version comes in the leather right here, and it really looks nice. By the way, this vehicle does look like it is a $30,000 vehicle because of just the way that it looks on the inside. Really nice seats that give you a lot of comfort when you're sitting on them. Definitely spacious. It has a lot of room here. Very sophisticated as well. One of the things I'm still having issues with is to turn those on. You can see when you press over here, it's not going to turn on. You have to press on the button right there or this button right here, and at night you can't actually see it. That issue you might actually have is the sunglasses cases a little bit runs smaller. Now if you move those, you can actually see that we have actually mirrors on both sides, so that's actually pretty cool. And we have this on the driver's side as well, so we don't really have this in every vehicle. Now another secret for you is, if you want to get the lights on at night, all you have to do is just to move this down, and sometimes they will actually turn on. The way for you to turn them on is simply to move this mirror. See, the lights is on. So if you can't see anything at night, easy way for you to light up everything, the secret way, simply move the mirror and the lights goes on. I bet you didn't know this feature. Now a few other things in the back here. I did put my own cup holders over here for my drinks. There is also ample storage space over here, but it is actually a secret way to open this. Most people don't even know this. If you're not somebody who had a Toyota before or anything, you're probably like, how do you open this? And a thief might not actually figure out right away. All you have to do is just to press this button and it opens up very easily. And then moves up and you have a lot of storage space over here where you can put things. One of the things I do suggest for you to get is one of those. It's gonna save your life someday. So if you need to escape the vehicle in case of an accident, you have the seat belt cutter over here, and you have the breaker right there, or right here. The way you go ahead and break the window is you put this right there and you just press on it and it might actually break. If it doesn't work, you can just swing this. Make sure you cover your eyes with glasses. You have to use those spots right on this side right here or right there to break it up. A few other things that I want to let you know is that when I just got this vehicle, the mirror actually broke. Not the mirror, the windshield itself broke right about here. So be careful. This is not very good glass as they used to make it in the olden days. Because of all those extra high-tech systems, they use super thin glass and it is easily chipped and breaks. Something for you to keep in mind here. Over here I do like the way the vents actually move here around, and right there, one of the things that you can't actually see anymore is that they don't have, and it doesn't say what is what over here. We're just pressing on this. It's a little bit more confusing than in most vehicles. And of course, if you want to move the mirror, this is the mirror thing for it. So it's a little primitive versus the system I had in a different vehicle that I have in here. Otherwise, it's not that bad. I do like how they do have those handles, and they have all four of them going around all the vehicle. They also have the blind spot over here that has been opened up, very similar to the Subaru system. So you can actually have an additional place that you can see things in case you need to for traffic. Opening up the door, one of the things I don't actually like much about this vehicle is right here. You can see it's scratched very easily, and already I got a second scratch on it over here as well. This is just a big bummer, especially for a vehicle that I just got. So overall, it is a very good and pleasant vehicle to drive. Saves you lots of money on gas and everything, but few features I'm not too happy about. You can see right here plenty of storage space for anything you actually want to have in the vehicle, and there's a place for you to put cup holders right in the back and armrest as well, including a place for you to put a map over here and ports right here where you can actually get heated up in the back. And right there you can see right here you can put 2 USB ports right in the back over here as well. You can see I went ahead and went outside the vehicle, and it is actually on, and I didn't know that I turned this vehicle on. You can see the vehicle, it's still on, and I thought that I turned the vehicle off and I didn't. So keep this in mind if you're AV mode. It is so quiet that you don't even know if this vehicle is on or off. So to turn it off, just press on this button right here, and now this vehicle is off. One of the things that for a $35,000 MSRP vehicle, it actually does not, this XLE version does not even have a car alarm system. It does have an engine immobilizer, but not a car alarm system, which is a shame for such an expensive vehicle. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you decide to subscribe to my channel. What do you think of this?